Alright guys, yesterday's fun with the drill was neat. Today we're going to stick with simple slurry lather, and my brain is pooped. I'm moving and doing late trips at night to get my stuff over there, and so if I think of something, then great. I think this may be use number 588, 578, 588, yeah, 588, I think. If I'm reading my brain is keeping me from reading the dots very easily. I've had the Semogue Owners Club with the Taj handle soaking for several minutes. Get it back in the water while we do other things. Here's the timeless open comb 68 gap stainless steel razor with the Nacet blade in it. The Nacet is from Gillette, of course, for those who don't know that. Markings for the blade there. Not going to worry about keeping some water in the jigger, because with the slurry lather, if I need any extra, I'll just add some driplets or something like that. One thing we can talk about though is chiseled face, the base. I was typing into AI the other day, and it looked like maybe there was a new base around 2023, but the AI couldn't be sure. If it says it's the last ingredient, silk amino acids, then that was kind of a tip off. The AI seemed to think that silk powder, like this one says, Summer Storm here, that was the OG base. And then here is a Midnight Stag that says silk powder as well. I mean, the labels are virtually indistinguishable. If there is some kind of 2023 base, you'd think he would, update the labels to some degree. The silk powder, the silk terminology at the end is not the only difference in the ingredients list. There is something in there in the middle called potassium rincoleate. Pretty much the rest of them are the same. And so I don't know if we're dealing with a third base, or if this was some, sometimes an artist can change how they phrase things because it's in different standards. Maybe one is being sold to a European market that has different naming standards than the US. And so who knows? We could be dealing with the same soap base here, and we only have two. We have the OG tallow, and then we have the silk tallow from Chiseled Face. Or if this, silk amino acids and silk powder, if those are different things, then yeah, it looks like we're looking at three bases. The silk amino acids is the one that I have been using lately. What happens with these is somebody will shave with Midnight Stag for the challenge. Just a few of us this year, so it's not going to be an issue. And then they won't like it. They'll be done with it because it is a very divisive scent. And then, so they'll sell it after the event, and I'll pick it up. Basically, I only bought one new Midnight Stag long ago, and the rest of them I've been able to pick up as people tried it and realized it wasn't for them, and then sold it. So anyway, let's proceed on. I don't know what, as of yesterday, I had not heard back from Ron from my contact us message. We'll see what we get. Let me, you know what, I'm not even going to get my face wet today. We're going to let the brush do that. We're going to do a couple shakes and let that be it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You think 12 swirls might be enough? Let's just see. Why don't we try it? That can be the fun for today, starting to lower the number of swirls. All right, now I've got a fully dry face. Now, when you do come at it with a lot of water like this, you might get some flicking, and like you just saw a minute ago. And also, it might be slower to pick up soap. So the 12 swirls may not be enough. Yeah, I better go in and get some more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Yeah, we've kind of lost the slurry at that point, and that's okay, because I've got a little bit of that water left. I mean, what's on my face is still really slick anyway. Oh yeah, one of the things I was going to do was a normal face lather, but I'm too tired to do that today. All right. Grab the same shirt I used the other day just because I didn't want to mess up another shirt with all the lather. Here, let's brainstorm a little bit. If we were making a shaving shirt, you know, a kitchen, the kitchen environment has its uniform. The apron, in some cases, a chef's jacket is not really a practical uniform. It's more of an appearance uniform. I mean, I think some of them have pockets for, you know, digital thermostats, digital thermometers, that sort of thing. But in general, it's not too practical. At least that's the way it seems to me. Water. And so, like a normal apron that a housewife might use, or a barbecue grill cook, with some of those, you know, have pockets on them for spatulas and gloves and things like that. I wonder if we were to put something like that. And I say housewife, but of course I also mean I like to bake myself. And so a guy can definitely be doing the cooking. One of my best friends is the main cook in his family. So if anybody's wearing an apron in his kitchen, it's going to be him. If we were to put together some kind of shave shirt, I think one of the main properties would be, you know, I guess just washability, right? Maybe you need to own about 5 of them or something, so you could always keep them in the... We're brainstorming here, so there's no wrong answers, right? So you can always keep one in the wash or something like that, you know? Or would we want something where you could just hose it off at the end? That would be interesting. Or you wouldn't have to keep multiples. You take the lather drips and just kind of wipe them off with a paper towel or a hand towel or something, you know? You could go crazy and have a snap-in insert kind of thing that goes on your chest so that any dropping lather would hit it, and then that is what you would unsnap. And put in the wash. Or maybe just take it over to the sink and or in the shower with you, wring it out, let it hang it to dry. You know, I mean, what's it got on it? Lather. I guess it's going to have some hair fragments, you know, from your dross. I can never remember the word for sloth. I can't, you know, the lather that's also got stubble in it that's underneath your razor head. Just rinse off that piece, hang it up, and then snap it back in the next day. That's a crazy thought. Would we need any pockets, you know, for anything? I don't think we need a pocket for a razor. You could do with a pocket for maybe an alum stick. You know, in your early days, you might find that you use that on a regular basis. I don't think we need to make some kind of pocket for a jigger. That'd be impractical, wouldn't it? Bend over to pick up something and water dumps out. You could have a snap or a hook for a lather towel. Oh, in this case, it's more like a shaving bib. If you were to take your shave towel and pin it on your chest like that. And anyway, that'd be kind of handy to dry your hands off between passes if you ever need to do that. You could flip it up and, you know, dab your face. I guess that's an idea. Of course, this is a hobby that we engage in with the history of men gone by. Some of us use old razors from guys who fought in wars and things like that. Wearing something called a bib kind of is counterproductive to that. That whole thought line of masculinity, manliness, doing something the old way. Let me put my old way bib on. Yeah, I don't think that quite matches, does it? That feels good. That feels good. Nice. The lather came together earlier since the water kind of dumped out, and maybe and I've always said that's the problem with adding too much water. If you back off more of the water, then less dumps out. You actually end up with more available in your brush, and today seems to be an example of that. I definitely have enough in the brush to squeeze out for maybe 2 more passes if I pushed it. So that's what's left. 12, so 17 swirls, but I think in the end the swirls weren't really the problem. It was the water. But anyway, we'll keep playing, having fun with it. Vent the razor here. Give it a shake. Put it aside somewhere safe. Now I'm going to give my face a good finishing rinse. Oh, see, you can just feel that slickness and like a good skin care here on my face. There's lots of residual slickness going on right now. All right, let's finish off with the Midnight Stag Splash. I don't like the menthol, but I've just kind of gotten used to it over the years. And now the cologne. I like that I received advice on Reddit in wet shaving to apply the cologne on your wrists. I've said this several times on my channel, but some good things are worth repeating. If I spray it on my neck in a traditional location, I get blind to it really quick. I don't know if all strong scents are going to work that way, but it'll just disappear. Half an hour, 45 minutes, it's there, but I'm just not smelling it. But if it's on my wrists, then I bring my hand up to adjust my glasses, itch my face, anything like that, and wham, it comes back. And I really enjoy that, and I enjoy it for several more hours because of that. And so I like that. All right, guys, well, that's it. Simple shave today. Maybe tomorrow, if I can remember, we'll do a kind of a nouveau face lather. Thank you so much for watching. This is Sugar Daddy Shaves. Good night.